Did you have any idea, even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice, you had no idea who he was?
I had no idea who he was until I'm sitting in my house in Tijuana, Nayarit, Mexico in 2004, and he walked on that stage.
In Boston?
In the DNC convention, and I literally hit the floor. I just hit the floor and was...
Wait, so you're watching the Democratic convention from Mexico?
I was laughing.
And the guy that smoked crack in your comfort inn with you?
I was laughing so hard.
And you were sure it was him?
I was absolutely positive.
He used his real name when you were with him. Did he call himself Barack or Barry?
Barack. Like I said, I just started cracking up. I freaked out. I had even pointed out to some friends of mine that were at the house that night, and I told them, I said, you're not going to believe this. I said, I blew this guy twice. You know, and they just start cracking up.
Okay, they finally released the Epstein files. Let's get into it. So in the 3 million documents that were released, Donald Trump is mentioned over 5,000 times. And I know liberals, you're like, oh my God. However, I need you to know that Obama was mentioned 2,500 times. Your boy Clinton was mentioned 3,900 times, and Bill Gates is mentioned 6,300 times. The way that the system works is you can type in someone's name and it will show you any document with that person's name. So the DOJ did warn, just because someone is mentioned does not mean they are accused. And I will say, after pouring through hundreds of these documents so far, that is definitely the case. A lot of the mentions about Trump, the vast majority, are things about his real estate dealings or just an email sent from one person to the next about Trump's campaign, or just fluff, honestly. Now, one document I do want to discuss is the NTOC call log. This was the FBI's tip line where people were calling and leaving anonymous accusations against Trump. Now, they're saying all types of stuff in here, but when you look closer, for the vast majority of them, when the FBI reached back out to try and get more information, the person never responded. They either left a bad phone number, they said that they were going to send an email with more information, they never did. Even one person, the FBI said they were deemed not credible because that person had 3 separate reports of the law enforcement needing to call and have them mentally evaluated. So again, I'm going to keep looking through all of this because if Trump is guilty of something, I want to know, right? As a Trump supporter and as a mother to a young girl, I care about this. I do want to know, but I will also be looking into why Gates is mentioned 6,000 times. Obama is mentioned 2,000 times. Clinton is mentioned almost 4,000 times. You guys should care about whoever's on this list, not just Donald Trump.
Of Obama's daughters. Are these the parents of Obama's daughters, Malia and Sasha Obama? Take a look at this. This is Anita Blanchard and her husband, Martin Nesbitt. According to the New York Times, they are close family friends of the Obamas through Michelle Obama's brother, Green Arrow, Craig Robinson. There they are at the bottom, Anita Blanchard and Marty Nesbitt. Marty Nesbitt is head of the Obama Foundation. He's the chairman. Here's Martin Nesbitt speaking with Rahm Emanuel. Here's Martin Nesbitt with Valerie Jarrett and Obama. Here's Martin Nesbitt on Air Force One with Michelle Obama. Where are they headed? Well, maybe to Hawaii. There's Obama and Anita Blanchard, the wife, in Hawaii on a family vacation. Yellow shirt, that's Martin Nesbitt. Polka dot dress, that's his wife, Anita Blanchard. They travel with the Obamas to Hawaii. They are old friends of the family. What else do we notice about Martin Nesbitt? Well, he looks exactly like Malia Obama. They look very similar. They look very similar. Could this be Malia Obama's father? Could his wife, the resemblance is even closer to Sasha. Anita Blanchard looks like Sasha Obama. Looks like the other Obama daughter. Now, when bloggers went digging for baby photos of the Obama daughters, they had trouble finding anything. They found a couple things, but when we zoom in on this photo, what do we find? Blue areas are sloppy Photoshop work. I mean, it looks like it was like a cut and paste job. It's really sloppy. Now, then they tried to find birth records of the Obama daughters. They went looking for the birth doctor who delivered them. Guess who delivered the Obama daughters? That's right, Dr. Anita Blanchard, the wife of Marty Nesbitt, delivered the Obama daughters. Hat tip, Fellowship of the Minds. Both Obama daughters delivered by their parents' friend, Dr. Anita Blanchard, at University of Chicago Medical Center. So this woman on the left, the family friend, who looks like the daughter, delivered the daughters, delivered both of them. Here's Obama and Marty Nesbitt. How do they know each other? Going all the way back. Well, could they be connected through the gay bathhouse in Chicago, man's country? Obama has a lot of shady connections through there. So the question is, could the Nesbitt be lending their daughters out to the Obamas for photo ops, and they pretend to be the Obama daughters? Why? Because the Obama daughters, two men can't have a baby. Here's some supporting evidence. Ready? Two men cannot produce a baby. Look at Michel.
Indicates that there was intent. The court found the plan with unerring precision slices through the city's traditional subunit, the ward, in a racially selective manner, leaving intact predominantly white wards while carving up those densely populated by blacks. As of the governor, the court concludes, quote, the governor's opposition to the Nunes plan was predicated in significant part on his delineation of a majority black district centered in Orleans Parish. In a confidential portions of your staff memo, they brought to your attention the allegation that important legislators in defeating the Nunes plan in the basement said, quote, we already have a nigger mayor and we don't need any more nigger big shots. And the court cited evidence of discriminatory intent on the part of other legislators, including the representative who testified at the court hearing, that there were legislators, quote, who don't feel they wanted to have a district that would be able...
Happy MLK Day. MLK beat his wife. He watched his friends commit rape and he did nothing about it. He had orgies with white male prostitutes. He copied his entire PhD thesis and didn't earn his doctorate. He didn't write his own speeches. His most famous speech, the I Have a Dream speech, was written by the Jewish American communist Stanley Levinson. He didn't plan his own protests or help organize the marches, and he wasn't a Christian. At Crozier Theological Seminary, he wrote he didn't believe that Jesus Christ was God. He believed that everybody was God. He didn't believe in virgin birth. He didn't believe in the resurrection of Christ. He didn't believe in the idea of sin. He did not believe the crucifixion was atonement for sin, and did not believe in the Eucharist. The civil rights movement in the United States was astroturfed and created by Jewish organizations. The World Jewish Congress and Henry Moskowitz helped found the NAACP. Arthur Spingarn was the president of the NAACP for 26 years, from 1939 to 1965. He was a key figure in the organization's legal strategy. Joel Spingarn, his brother, a Columbia professor, served as the NAACP's second president. Rabbi Stephen S. Wise, a founder of the American Jewish Congress and a member of the World Jewish Congress, helped found and operate the NAACP. Julius Rosenwald, the president of Sears Roebuck, was a major benefactor for the NAACP and helped fund the civil rights protests. Lilienwald founded the Henry Street Settlement and helped create the Urban Institute with Lyndon B. Johnson. Joel Fleischman helped shape how the Urban Institute received its funding and structured other nonprofits to receive government grants and conduct activism. Right before MLK gave his famous I Have a Dream speech, again written by Stanley Levinson, who spoke before him? Rabbi Joachim Prince, the president of the American Jewish Congress and a leader in the World Jewish Committee. He was one of the founding chairmen for the March on Washington. Almost all of the founders and leaders of the NAACP were Zionist Jews. The Anti-Defamation League and the American Jewish Congress literally wrote the Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act mandates that you fund the Community Relations Service. The Community Relations Service also conducts training for non-governmental organizations to receive funding in government grants. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act makes it so law firms can't have quotas limiting Jewish employment. Title VI prohibited any law schools, medical schools, and basically all Ivy League schools from putting quotas on Jewish admission. And Title II ensured that social clubs could not prevent Jewish membership. These Jewish organizations took advantage of black sentiments in the United States to progress their social interests. MLK was probably the greatest puppet in all of U.S. history.
2 million immigrants were deported under President Obama's administration. According to the Department of Homeland Security, 438,421 deportations were carried out by the Obama administration in 2013. About 198,000 of those were migrants with criminal records, but some 240,000 had no criminal records.
Starts hearing from detainees that they're getting fed food that's rotten, that's spoiled, that's uncooked, that has worms in it. And she says, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Until one day she says, one of the detainees comes in and brings a napkin and lets the napkin open, and in it there's garbanzo beans. And there are maggots, live maggots crawling in that. And this is what they're expected to eat. The fact that we know that a former ICE official went down and asked for everybody to be weighed, because when she went in, and she understands corrections, this is Dr. Dora Shriro here in New York now who heads corrections, she said, I want to see the weights of everybody because people here look gaunt, they look depressed. Everybody had at least lost 10 pounds, at least. Stories about women who are being sexually assaulted by the guards. When they want to complain, they are told, don't complain because it's going to get worse for you. What do you mean it's going to get worse? You'll get deported. Talk about a situation where you have a population that could be victimized, and then if they want to complain and they try and they're deported, what happens to the case? The case goes away. It's like you're really just disappearing complaints. There were 900 complaints, grievances filed at Willacy. Only 4 of them were addressed. And the Obama administration has a Department of Homeland Security official, an ICE official, saying to us, when they get an audit that says they're good, that they're good.
At this point, I am not arguing with grown adults as to whether deporting and detaining illegal immigrants who are criminals because they are illegal immigrants is lawful and constitutional. We all know that it is. The problem is the double standard. I don't think people really have a problem with illegal immigrants being deported. I think everyone knows that it's the right thing to do. I think the real issue people have is the fact that it is Trump doing it. But we all know that, right? Yeah.
Every day.
Do you think anybody in their right mind that's in cahoots with anybody who's sex trafficking, human trafficking, SAing kids, or etc., and you know you in cahoots with them and they could jam you up, but you will air them out in front of the world like this, knowing that they could jam you up? Tell me, does this make sense? Look.
But Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them are here tonight. One of the women, who is a wonderful woman, at 12 years old, was raped at 12. Her client, she represented, got him off, and she's seen laughing on 2 separate occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight. President Clinton did. He was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight.
You should have Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really